This is Arkansas 911 News. If you would like to have your business seen here, please send a message to our Facebook page, Arkansas 911 News. Arkansas 911 News is sponsored by Holcomb's Transport and Recovery and Window Mart.
Okay, we are going to call this board meeting to order, 6:30, Tuesday, June 5th. We'll just go ahead and go down the line because I'm sure I haven't met some of you as well, and you may be new faces as well. I'll start. I'm a president, Nathaniel Snyder. I've been on the board, I guess. I'm fairly new as far as president. I've been on about 8 months. And then I've lived and grew up in Fountain Lake basically my entire life. Went to Fountain Lake High School, Henderson, and now I work downtown at Warehouser as well.
Kyle Peters, I'm the accountant captain for Station 1. Been on about 15 years, maybe?
Susan, office manager in our department, about 20 years.
My feelings, I'm secretary. I've been on the department for about a little over 8 years, and still in service.
I'm Jason Curtis. I'm the chief of Fountain Lake Fire Department. I've been on for just a little over 20 years. I've been the chief for right at 10 years.
Cody Neighbors, I'm just the vice president. I'm a fireman.
We are missing several members tonight. Rick Walls, Stephen Harrington, Steve Sawyer, and Jessica.
Steve's not on.
Okay. We will go ahead and we will ask anyone. We're going to run through the board meeting. We ask any questions you have, save till afterwards if you can. We'll answer any question that you have about anything afterwards. We're going to start with the financial report.
We have $8,400 in the general fund. I think 833 is at 93.64. We still have 2 checks yet to come in on that. Relief funds at 825, and the debit account is at 150. And the month's net income 2731. So we did pretty good this month. That's after everything paid utility wise.
I move to accept the financial report.
I'll second it.
Moving on to the chief's report. Jason.
Chief's report is we had a total of 160 calls year to date. If you would like, I can read all the numbers off. The fires, we had 32 ruptures, explosions, overheat. We had 1 rescue and emergency medical services. We had 80 hazardous conditions. We had 4. We had 11 service calls, 14 good intents, 8 false alarms, false calls. We had 10 severe weather, natural disaster calls. We had 4 building fires. We had 3 trash and rubbish fires. We had 1 fire in a mobile property. We had 3 vehicle passenger fires. We had 1 natural vegetation fire, which is a forest fire, forest and wood swallowings. We had 5 total. And we had brush and grass mixture. We had 13. Just at grass, we had 1. This kind of breaks it down in every individual category, how it goes through our new systems. But in overall total, we had 160 calls. And that is all in the chief's report for the moment.
Okay. I move to accept the chief's report as well.
I'm sorry, guys.
Do we have a committee report?
Not good.
Maintenance report for last month. At our meeting, the brake lights on tanker 1, right side are out. Engine 1, half of the lights are still out. Starter and glow plugs for brush 1 is still out of service.
Which is starter and wiring.
Air on tanker 2 is out. Turn signals on engine 2 are out. Is any of that, I mean, is that everything?
No, Rescue 7 needs motor, it don't run at all.
Ambulance needs a turbo.
What's that?
Ambulance needs a turbo.
Ambulance needs turbo.
And the brake lights out are on engine 2, right?
Tail lights don't work on engine 1.
And the tail lights, yeah. Let me know when you're
We had
caught
started quite a while back on plywood and the walls in the station to help the heating and cooling as far as the trucks. We purchased some plywood middle of last year. We still have a partial bundle at Station 2 to plywood the walls up there. The only purpose of plywood the walls is to not only make it look better in the station itself, but to help the heating and cooling. We have gas furnaces in the bays. We have to heat the trucks in order to keep the water in the tanks from freezing. Otherwise, the water tanks would freeze and bust the tanks, and we wouldn't be able to use the trucks, period. So we're plywooding the stations and insulating behind that to heat the stations better. Both stations are roof leak. We changed insurance 4 years ago. But prior to that, the station started leaking. But when we changed the insurance companies, we couldn't claim it on the insurance. So with the new insurance company, they won't cover roof damage. So it's going to be out of pocket to fix the truck, to fix the roof on the stations. The room that y'all are in now, since we've not had anybody here before, we got a grant to do this room, and it was met by labor, our cost. We met it by labor, and me and Kyle and a couple others built the room. We added on, we changed part of the roof at Station 2 because it was a single slope roof and it was in bad shape and needed more into it. So we bought trusses and put them up, and we did most of the labor ourselves.
So Station 1 and Station 2 need a roof now?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, the station, not the training room part,
Right.
but the station itself. The skylights on this station, we changed them out about 4 years ago. They're not bad, but the rest of the roof it leaks in spots. Just for a little information, Tanker 1, the tall truck that's outside, we purchased that truck from DOD. We paid $11 for that truck. We spent right at $6,000 tearing it apart, sanding it, painting it, swapping tank from the old Tanker 1 to that truck. We did it right up there in that bay. The new rescue truck, which is Rescue 1, is an 86 model Chevy pickup, old military service truck. We purchased that truck for $11. We did the exact same thing to it. We tore it down, added lights, slide trays in the back, changed everything to LED, put a new dash, new seat, carpet in it, and we did everything for just over $5,500. But we did everything right out there in that station to try to save as much money as we possibly can. The last truck that we purchased was Tanker 2, and it is a 2014? 11, yes, 2011 tanker. It's a 3,000 gallon tanker, and we paid $286,000 for it, I believe. So that is why on Tanker 1 we purchased it for $11 and tried to do as much work to it as we possibly could on our own, just to save every penny we could.
So I will make a move to accept the maintenance report as well.
One second.
Been in an accident, broke down on the side of the road? Don't know who to call? Call Holcomb's Transport and Recovery in Hot Springs for safe, secure towing of your vehicle. Fast, friendly service 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Don't stress, call the best. Holcomb's Transport and Recovery, the team in red.
Grievance?
No. This time.
Our grievance is membership.
And publicity. I know last month we talked about posting June 5th, 7 p.m. for the general membership meeting on social media. We've gathered, I know some people read the newspaper. We've seen more of an outreach using social media, especially nowadays. Most people have smartphones. That is really all the publicity, and the publicity that we've had is around trying to gain more memberships so we can do more for the community and give back. That is all I have for publicity. I know Steven's not here as well.
Not here.
So I'll motion to accept.
I'll second it.
For memberships last month, again, our yearly membership meeting is tonight. Last month we had roughly $3,500 in membership dues, and I know this month we've had roughly $5,000 come in for membership fees. So we are on pace. But as previously mentioned, we're still at only roughly 23 to 25% participation within the community. Part of the reason we've reached out on social media is because we do need more money, not only for trucks and maintenance, as you've heard as well, just for gathering better equipment to help better serve the community, you guys. Motion to accept the membership.
I'll make a motion.
One of the primary, moving on to grants, last month, Gift 2 grant was closed on today. We got a forestry grant. Jason, are you aware of any other grants that we have in
We've
the
got
works?
3 grants in the last year. We filed for a $50,000 grant for extrication equipment. We ended up getting a $5,000 grant because the state had divided the money up between 9 different departments. Instead of 1 or 2 departments getting enough money to get extrication equipment, they divided all the monies up and get $5,000 each station that was awarded to. They ended up with that exact same grant. Somehow they reran that grant, and we was awarded $20,000 more. To go back, that $5,000 grant was not near enough money to buy anything for extrication equipment, so I had the money reallocated for a fire hose, which we was in need of anyway. When we was awarded the $20,000 grant for the extrication equipment, one of the firefighters, captain of Station 2, he was online and found a autoextrication.com, something online. They sold new and used extrication equipment. So I made a phone call and talked to them for about a month and a half, emailing each other back and forth. We ended up ordering $19,999.60-something odd cents of that grant, and we bought 3 rams, cutters, spreaders, pump, cribbing, chalks, stationary devices, some 2 engine company bags, 2 serviceman bags, and a couple of other odd things, and I can't remember exactly what they were. Like that came to just cents less than a grant, which the gentleman that I ordered the stuff from, we actually went over, we ordered 36 flashlights, handheld flashlights. The gentleman that I ordered this from, he knocked off $400 and something to cover the shipping cost. So we actually went over the grant, but he knocked enough off of it so we could get it done was just awarded a $5,000 grant from forestry, which entails 2 backpack blowers, 10 sets of forestry turnouts, 2 fire blankets, 2 Indian packs, which we carry around on our back and just pump up spray. And there's something else in that, and I can't remember what it is exactly. But as far as the grants, as of right now, that's all that we've received on the grants.
I will make a motion to accept the grants. Sorry.
I'll second.
Old business for last month. We did buy back the land directly behind Station 1 here, so nobody could build behind the station. And then we also still need, we need a backup for QuickBooks for all of our accounting here at the department, but it's also a bigger need of we need more members and board members as well. So it goes all around, really, not only just necessarily a backup for QuickBooks, but members, not only on the fire department, but board members as well. Anything else from this last month that I'm missing?
The only other business from last month was shutting everything at Station 2 down, except for the electricity.
So one of the other old business items from last month is right now financially, with the membership dues that we have coming in and the state money that we are currently getting, we do not have the funds to maintain the trucks and basically electricity here at Station 1 and Station 2. So we have talked about shutting down Station 2 and moving our good trucks down here to Station 1 and maintaining them until we can get financially set and hopefully gain membership fees to reopen or not shut down Station 2. Shutting down Station 2 will raise ISO ratings and homeowners insurance as well. I know we have had discussions here as well, and we try to reach out to the community as well as I'll wait till we get to the new business. So we're here. I mean, shutting down Station 2 is really where we're at financially. And I mean, we'll have to discuss it more under. That's all I have on that issue. I move to accept the old business. New business. I know, Jason, I heard you say we are still allowed to collect signatures, correct?
Yes, we're allowed to collect signatures till August 1st.
So you may have seen on Facebook or firefighters come around to doors on the community right now. We are trying to go fee-based for our area, which puts the burden of collecting membership dues on the tax collector's office. Currently right now, if we don't send out an invoice or you don't go down to Caldwell's and pay your dues, they simply just don't get paid. We understand that it's not going to go from 23% to 100% due collection fee, but in doing so, we hope to go at least up to 65, maybe 70% of membership due fee collections in our district, which will in turn allow us to not only buy better equipment, but better serve the community as well. Our goals, if we can get the signatures collected, is to open more stations after we get everything not only at Station 1, but Station 2 fixed, which will in turn lower or has the potential to lower homeowners insurance. So although our dues are $50, your homeowner's insurance, the money you would save on that could actually be more than what your yearly firefighter dues are, or fire department dues are.
32 employees from Window Mart volunteered for the Hills to Hammers for the Garland County Habitat for Humanity. This will be Window Mart's 22nd consecutive year to be a proud partner with the Garland County Habitat for Humanity. It's always an honor for Window Mart to be a part of the fun with Hills to Hammers. Window Mart is now hiring.
Next, we have put together a budget. We haven't finalized it yet for cutting out any expense that we don't need. basically down to what it's going to take to run the department. Right now, we're really held off on buying any new equipment because everything, well, you've heard on the maintenance, all the truck issues that we have, we can't buy any new equipment that not only do our first responders and firefighters need, because as you heard, the ambulance is down, our brush trucks are down, we have light, wiring and light issues on engine 1 and engine 2. So right now we're cutting out anything that we can just to save whatever money that we possibly can. As of last month, Jason, I haven't talked to you about this as well, but I will actually not be stepping down. I know last month I had a potential job opportunity, so I am not stepping down unless needed. So I will remain here in the Fountain Lake community. And then I know I haven't talked to Steve unless you have about getting a bid for fixing the lights on the trucks.
Have I talked to Steve about getting a bid?
Yeah, I haven't. And then any other new business for this last month? So I will move to accept all of our new business. If that is all, I move we adjourn the meeting.
No.
Sorry.
New business includes 4 board members that we need to elect.
Yeah. We have Steve, Chalky, Christina, Nathaniel, and one alternate. His terms are up, and then we need to.
Okay, let me see your list.
Well, I'm going to spell them out.
No, that's fine. So we actually have the need for 4 new board members. We have 4 members whose terms are up. Chalky, Christina, myself, and who's last name?
Christina, Chalky, and alternate. We need one alternate.
Okay, and then we also need 1 alternate. So.
I want to nominate you to stay on as president for right now. Does anybody else have any nominations they'd like to put in for somebody to be on the board?
I recommend that we keep ones on there now. And also, I'd like to nominate Scott Smith. I appreciate that, but I know how much time it takes to devote to do the job properly. And I'm not able to devote that time right now. Hopefully, as soon as I'm able to retire, I will probably reconsider it.
Can you clarify for those of us that don't know, there's 3 positions that we're nominating for?
No, ma'am. There's 4. So we have 3 members that are currently on the board, and then we need 1 alternate.
So they all 3 want to stay on the board?
I have
Or
no.
are they leaving for sure?
Well, they don't have to leave, but we have never had enough people here to actually rotate new members into the board because we do it every year.
Every other, we do 4.
So they're happy with staying, and we really only need 1 more member, right?
As they fill it.
Okay, that's what I'm trying to clarify. So we
Yes.
really need to just pick 1 person.
Yes, sir.
This is the first time we've had anybody here besides firefighters. Seriously.
And one of the issues was brought up here not that long ago was the board actually consists more of firefighters than the general public.
It needs to be, we need more general public.
We need more general public on the board, so that way nobody has the conception thinking that
Just one side.
it's one-sided and we're just doing whatever we want to with the public's money.
How much time commitment is there for the alternate?
The alternate,
So currently, right now, our board meets once a month. It's the 2nd Tuesday of every month at 7 p.m. And
the alternate is just if one of the board members doesn't show up, or if we have 2 or 3 or 4 of the board members that's not able to make it that night, to keep a majority, we need a fill.
So now 4.
A quorum, thank you.
With Kenny or Rebecca, we mean,
I'm not able to back up to the board.
I would be happy to, if you don't put it on my tax bills, then there might be a conflict of interest. Kenny, I mean, he's got the knowledge to go with it.
I know that Kenny.
I would be glad to help you with any billing or accounting or anything on the side, any way I could. I mean,
Yeah, I don't want to be a conflict.
that's, until you put it on tax bills, I'll do, but if you did, I'd have to talk to John Howard, our attorney.
Well, our goal is to put it on the tax
I know,
bill,
that's
so
why.
that conflict of interest would be a great thing for us. So we would rather you.
But if I'm the one collecting your money at the county level, and I have a question for you when we get there.
Well, what positions do we have?
So we
Vice
have.
President?
Yep, so we have vice president, secretary, and president. And publicity.
And publicity.
Jason,
Yes, sir.
the way it has been done in the past, and I'm not trying to tell you what to do, that you elect board members, and then the board members have a short meeting afterward and elect officers.
Okay, right.
Yeah, that's the way it's always been.
Sorry, it's not machine. It does it to everybody.
That is the,
So we have, are you okay with being a fill-in? If you don't want to do it, then it's fine.
here's the deal, I would love to, but I know I've been involved in a lot of things.
Right.
People, they say, oh, you don't want to do it. I don't want to be one of the people, because I know if you're going to do this job, you need to take it seriously, to be here. And I'm just like everybody else, big plate for it still. But I do care. And I'll jump in the fire as an alternate at this point right here and see what I can do. Like I said, I got a year or two left. When I get retired, man, that'll be great. I think I can devote more time to my community. I'll try to ease into it at this point as an alternate.
Right, Scott came down as,
This gentleman here said he,
would you say your name, please?
Charles Jones. Charles, you told me Jones, and I said, yeah, Jones. I go by Ed Jones.
Will you say your name?
Kenny.
Do we have anybody else that would like to possibly be a board member or a fill-in for a substitute?
So are your names being wrote down, and then the ones that want to stay on will be also added, and we'll vote on that? Yes. Is that how that works?
I believe so.
He's patting you. Who are you? He's already.
I'm recently retired but new to the community, but I have time, but I just, I don't know what y'all need or what I got, but retired computer nerd. So if you need computer help or anything like that, I can start.
We can always use more computer help. We have, excuse me, vice president, secretary, fill-in, and publicity. What?
Actually, if you elect a number of board members and all
Right.
Right.
Well, I'm just trying to get names to
We'll just say spots.
Okay.
fill in the spots. Now, would you state your name if you're willing?
Donna Williamson?
If you want some amazing bathing accessories, go on over to Bath Factory, where you can find handcrafted artisan soap, bath bombs, and more. They are located on Central Avenue, downtown across from the Arlington Hotel, and they have the lowest prices for handmade soap in Hot Springs.
names we got? 4.
Well, I'm just saying we got 4 names and then the 4 that's actually on there. So we have 8.
We can discuss it.
Wait a minute,
Wait
come here.
Okay.
You read your right.
What we're gonna do is we're putting the 8 names, 7 names, 8 names on the
Yes, Debbie.
paper. What?
Board member, how
Yes.
long is the term?
A year, 2 years.
2-year term?
2 years. Every year we nominate, we change 4 people out.
8 members on the board.
8 members and then the other.
What is the technical job of a board member?
Find that
It
out.
depends on what position you have. Secretary, you see what she's doing and she's filling in. And she's never done this before. So, I mean, it's not real hard, but it's, when you we're actually using a laptop and we try to type everything in, but everything has to be written in correctly. So if anybody wants to come down here and check our minutes for any meeting prior to the last 5 or 6, 7 years, they can walk in there and look at the minutes on any given month and read what we did. They could take, just say the financial report, they can take every month for the last 7 years, and they can see exactly where every penny went for the last 7 years. So there's nothing hidden, everything shows.
The board gets to make the decision on how to spend the money, correct?
Yes,
What
the
the
board-
priority is and
Yes.
the main decisions for the department.
Yes, we try to do anything over $500 is a board.
200.
I'm sorry?
200.
Oh, yeah, we changed that, right, I'm sorry, we changed it to $200. Anything over $200, the board has to agree to spend that money on, no matter what it is. The chief has a discretionary fund of $200 a month for whatever we need at the station. I probably haven't used it in 5 or 6 years because we don't have funds.
To be honest with you, this is the first time since I've been on the department we've had people outside of the fire department willing to be on the board. And I know they may be able to speak to it as well. So it's, I mean, for me, it's definitely new water. And like I said, I'm fairly new at this as well. And Jason, I was talking to Kyle. I would have no problem stepping down. I'm also our training officer here at the department because we're so short-handed. I would not mind stepping down and being able to actually do training on our department if we have enough members to be on the board.
That's your 2 years is not up yet, though, either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
Put
It
it
is.
in voting on.
well, we're voting on him because I thought he filled in for somebody that was already on.
Yeah, if somebody
He did,
resigned.
then we voted him
They
back
did.
last year.
They did. Yeah.
Okay, so he is not on. Somebody else
He's
is.
not on.
Okay.
We voted him in last year.
Well, I don't, our secretary is in Florida right now, and she's the only one that knows exactly where the minutes are. So we have a list on there of our rotating members. We just don't know where that list is at because they're in Florida. We did actually have part of the minutes, so we got most of that in here to where y'all can hear that. I don't know who the fourth member is in this. Huh? Oh, yes, Jessica.
Yeah. Yeah. Not Dennis County Family.
It's Jessica. That's right.
And what position is Jessica?
Just a board member.
Who's that, your secretary?
Christina Farmer.
And Jessica been on here 2 years.
She filled in for someone who had to leave.
I'm not sure she really wants it.
No, she doesn't.
So publicity, what all is involved with that time commitment?
Our general membership board meeting, we use social media. That's what I done before I was kind of got thrusted into the president position. We've tried more and more to engage the community and let them know what's going on at our department, where we're going to be. As you'll see, I mean, anytime somebody would like us to come out, such as I know Curtis Barber, one of our other firefighters, just took the truck up to the football field, after the Pee Wee little football camp, just to spray the kids because they had a great time. Posting pictures of stuff like that, sharing stuff on social media. When we have meetings like tonight, giving the community plenty advance notice. We don't have, a huge social media presence because we don't post all of our runs and accidents out there. So it's a fairly, I say easy job because it is social media, and again we meet once a month. So it's really staying ahead of really what's coming the next month and letting the community know.
Scott's Auto Body in Hot Springs. 2 locations to better serve you. Crystal Hill Road and Cones Road. Whether you rip the front off of your brand new pickup truck or you just want the best paint job possible, Scott's Auto Body is where you're going to want to take your car because Scott's can fix that.
Justin, do y'all have an annual audit or y'all audit annually?
No. The last time we was audited was 9 years ago.
Why aren't y'all an annual audit?
Because we have an accountant, or a CPA, sorry. We have a CPA and they keep up with they take care of all of our books through QuickBooks, and as long as her and Kyle coincide with each other, and she checks on our computer, make sure all of our monies are in order, that nothing is out of place. As long as there is nothing out of whack, no discrepancies, then it goes through our taxes. Nothing happens. The last time we was audited, like I said, I believe it was like 9 years ago. I guess it was right a year after I took over. The audit on that occasion was mainly for training records, insurances, driver's license, things like that. It wasn't nothing to do with the monies. So when we got audited, I took all our training records in there and all the information that they needed, and we was in there for about 25 minutes, and he said we're good to go.
Is it the state that audits, should they audit?
Yeah, the state audit.
I was just asking, because the kind of like school, we're audited every year. So I didn't know if the fire departments are in that same way, or?
Probably not, since we're not,
Non-profit, yeah.
Well, and the school accepts government funding.
Yeah.
And the government wants,
Well, they do too.
well,
Yes.
in a different form.
The state, the leg audit does do too, because I know that they talk about going to different fire departments, they rotate it, it's not all the time.
Now, when we're going up and we're thinking about putting it on the property tax, are we thinking about having it be a separate line, pay your fire department dues, or are we trying to get a slice of the property tax?
No,
money?
no, you can't do that.
Well,
I mean, you can't get a part of the property tax.
well, if the police, don't the
it's
police and
added
everybody
to.
else
That's
get a slice of
millage,
the
yes,
pie?
they put millage on there if they voted in. Like if the city wanted to vote in a pension for the fire and police departments or whatever, they can. If they have to put that millage on there, Fountain Lake is a millage. And that millage is designated to Fountain Lake. The county has a millage. That millage is designated to the county, the library, the community college, and road department. And all that money has to go in those buckets, and I have to account for that money per penny on those. Now, if you do it, that's what my question was to y'all. Are you trying to get this done with signatures, the end, or are you gonna have an election?
Right now, we're just gonna do signatures,
Okay,
and it'll be a
now-
voluntary payout.
Right, now, is the ones with Cutter, that's the only one we have on there, or Morningstar?
Morningstar.
It's the only one we have yet. It is not mandatory, and they
Right.
figured that out.
That is what our.
Now, there is not, most people just pay it. Now, it goes under mortgage, the mortgage doesn't ask. we get it all at once.
Uh,
Okay, now, but the longer it goes and the more that gets on there, the more people will ask, the less it will come down, that you will get probably 75+%.
I believe Lake Hamilton
It is mandatory.
is
They've
the
gone
only
to a
one in
district.
Garland County that is mandatory.
They did an election.
They pay $20,000 plus for a general election
They had a special
and
election.
made it mandatory, so
But you know, if you put it on the general election here in November, you need to pay it special.
really.
No, because you're already having an election. FYI. You're just gonna have to get it there and get it done and have it done before the ballots go out.
We'll have to have all the signatures.
Well, you have to have time in by August anyway. The election's in November, that's something you might want, I believe, because I mean, they're having an election anyway. Well, no, because it's not a special election. If you have a special election, you have to pay for the special election.
Right,
If you
which
have
is what
it,
Lake Hamilton.
right, if you have it with the general, it's already an election. Those people are there whether you have anything on that ballot or not.
Maggie's Moda, fashion for all occasions, 1420 Albert Pike Road next to The Walk. Maggie's Moda has everything you need to look good. They've got formal, casual, men's, ladies, a good selection of cowboy boots and more. Check out their Facebook page, Maggie's Moda.
Yes. I believe if we can do it, we need to go with the election, make it mandatory, because you know as well as I do, that a big part of the businesses in this area do not pay.
I'd say probably 95% of the
Business not pay.
Well, it would be on their real estate bill. And they would have to come in and point blank say absolutely not, unless they write me a note or tell me no in those words. It goes toward that before anything else, and then they'll be delinquent that part of it, because I'll send them a bill saying, hey, you still owe taxes on this portion. Unless you absolutely say, I'm not paying that piece of it. It goes toward that part first, and it's that way on every special I have. Except for that $10 dog tax, it's strictly voluntary, that's a whole different ballgame.
I have a question, is it too late to get it on the general election?
No, they haven't done ballots yet.
Pardon?
They have not done ballots yet. And you don't have to have as many signatures. Now, I'm not with the election per se, that's something, one, you need to talk to Bo about, emergency services, and two, Sarah, with the county clerk. But the signature, you don't have to have near the number of signatures, because you only have to have what, but everybody gets to vote one way or the other, and once it hits the Facebook and everybody out there starts yan, everybody has an opinion. So
we wait till September to throw it out there.
no, it's going to be known one way or the other. Like I said, and so if it gets shot down, you're shot down.
I already threw it out there the other day.
Well, yeah, and everybody has a, like I said,
Would it be easier to get it to put on the trash bills?
No.
Can't do that?
I refuse.
Well, I don't know if it'd be easy, because, you know, if the money comes through when you do your yearly payment, it's in April.
99% of the people, if you put it on the trash bill, will not pay it. Because it is a voluntary, it's 100% voluntary payment.
And do we send out faxes to the insurance companies for people that are delinquent in their membership like they used to?
No, usually the insurance companies call us.
Yeah. Yes, trust me, they call us. It rings into my phone.
I had made, I couldn't tell you how many trips for homeowners to find out exactly how far they are from the station to their house, and call the insurance companies back and let them know what their mileage is.
Can't you just Google it?
You can now.
You can, but most insurances still ask me to track it to find out.
Wow.
And I drive it for 90% of the time they call.
Well, I remember when I was an insurance agent, we used to get faxes of people from delinquent dues, but it was mostly like Hamilton. We never got anything from here. We got people from like Hamilton that were delinquent, and we would call them, and they would also forward the information to the insurance company, because we were an independent agent, so we had several different companies. They would send it to us, we'd call them, and they'd have so many days that they could pay it, or their insurance was gonna, you know.
At the time, did they have a
Do
pay
some-
secretary?
Did they what?
Did they have a payroll secretary?
Yes.
They have one on staff.
Oh, yes.
They get paid once a month.
Lake Hamilton, 17 Pine.
Yeah, that's the difference.
That's where we run into the issue is we don't have personnel to do that right now.
We don't have a full-time.
Printer's not
secretary.
working.
The printer's good.
And I don't have Steve here to fix it. It's resetting and it won't quit resetting.
Hey, what if we take the other list that has all the names on it except and just scratch the
Write the
name?
names on the board and give them the paper to be easier. I'll get pins. I got plenty of pins.
Would you write the exact names in on the board?
Yeah, what are they?
We may have drawings or whatever on there. I don't know what we have on it.
You know who?
Here, you can write this list and just swap your name with Jessica.
Change yours to Jessica Tree.
Sorry, the printer quit now.
Sorry.
Okay. When do y'all do the bills? When do y'all mail them out?
We do the bills every month. It just depends on when the person signed up, just when we send them out.
I say, I would be glad to help. Just that.
He prints them out, I fold them and stuff in the envelope.
You'll give me the envelopes
Since they
and
showed
the
up, they
paper.
didn't have
I'm
a
gonna
pin.
fold them and insert them and seal them for you.
Do something to this. I have self-sealing envelopes. I don't
Well,
look.
I would fold it. I can fold it. I have all those machines that work that does it for you.
Oh, okay.
That's what I'm saying. 15 minutes, I can have those babies done. It doesn't cost you to do. I know,
I
right?
sit down, keep the table. We got perforated paper. I sit there, do the table, and I screw it. I said, how can you do that? And I look. How can you even do it with it? Because you're missing it. I said, I've been doing it for over 20 years.
I can, like I said, I have no issues with it. I can help.
He might want one, says there's a fire department. You want a fire department kid? Yes. Hey, Rachel. I'm gonna give that man one anyway. Rachel, go back and give that man one.
I will.
Right there. Rachel.
The bottom four.
Yeah.
The bottom four is the existing member.
I'm actually done.
Can I see you? Me too.
Yeah, y'all wanna step back?
We don't need to vote. You can give us like.
Huh? Oh, yeah, they're right there. The bottom four is the existing members that are on the board right now. Would you write the position, who?
You don't have to write position. Don't write positions. You don't write
Oh, okay,
positions.
sorry.
Come on, take you out.
That's why I'm not the president of the board.
Take that one shit.
We're replacing 4 members and an alternate,
And an alternate.
so we need to write 5 names then.
Yes.
Yes. Just names, not positions,
We
just
need to
names.
write 5 names down.
5
Is that
names
correct?
and
Yes. Yes.
Could I ask you, why don't each one of these people get up,
Stand up, so we can.
stand up and say something about themselves? Be a good speech. You might not want to vote for me if you learn who I am. Yeah, you may want to do that. I would, do that. You know who I am. Yeah. My name is Scott King. I've lived in this community since 1962. My parents moved here when I was just a kid. I graduated from Fan Lake High School. Shortly after that, I joined the Navy. Did quite a few years in the Navy. Finished my 20 years in the Navy Reserve. While I was in the Navy, I was actually a firefighter on a ship, so I do have some experience. When I got out of the Navy in 1980, I was actually a member of this fire department. I was a firefighter. And I don't remember how long I did that, but we were working together. Me and her was working at the time. Susan was here. I got 2 kids that graduated from family. My wife graduated from family. I've been a dues paying member here since I bought the first piece of land in 1980, I think it was. Paid dues all these years, never missed a time. I'm a big supporter of paying what part you need to pay to keep the community going. To be honest, the idea of putting their dues on the taxes is very unpopular in the general community. It is. Everybody likes to be forced to do something like that. Since that's what would happen, I think, if we're going to, I didn't get that clarified, if it's put in your taxes where you have to pay, you can't get your license and all that things happen when you don't pay your trash. Is that how that's going to go? I don't know. If that is, I can tell you the general population will not like that. They won't support it. Unless we absolutely think we've got to do that right now, we haven't explored every option there is. That might be a disaster. You might get it passed. You might get the money, but are you gaining support from the community? I'm not sure about that. And I was really surprised to hear what I just heard a minute ago. 95% of the business owners in this community, I think. That's shocking to me.
We have over 4,000 addresses in Battle Lake Fire District, and only 23% of them.
I know that even back as far as when I remember, typically community membership was always low. I don't remember exactly the percentage, but I would say that on average it's probably been 25% forever.
We used to only cover like 90 square miles.
Yeah.
It was never the population there is now. So, and the monies from the state was, yes, from the state was always there anyway, from Act 33 money. So we always had that money. And we didn't travel near as far, didn't have quite as many trucks. And with today's time, as far as the implements that you have, you're mandatory to have on the trucks. Most of that stuff we don't have on our trucks because we just don't have much to purchase.
I get that, and I understand the urgency, and I'm not necessarily against it. But I also know a lot of people will be, and if we can come up with something before we just jump right into that, I'm just, like I said, here I am jumping into this thing, and that's my stance on that right now. If we absolutely have to, great. I'll support it however I can.
Bubba Brews on Lake Hamilton, Highway 70 West at the bridge. Keep yourself and your friends entertained all night long with great food and fun entertainment like karaoke, live music, dancing, pool, and more. Bubba Brews features a full bar with a wide selection of beer, including their own Bubba's Brew. Don't forget to check out Bubba Brews Tap Room downtown across from Bathhouse Row and Bubba Brews Bar and Grill out in Bonnerdale. They even have a free trolley service to get you from point A to Point Bubba's. Check out their Facebook page, Bubba Brews.
One of the difficulties you will have, first you got to educate the population what you want to do about this tax. People just scares them to death. Largely, this is still a poor community. Battle Lake is not a rich community. We have plenty of wealthy people here, and people that are working hard to get the line Lake today. But by and large, we're not Lake Hamilton. Of course, someplace over in Saline County where they're getting building moves and all. But we do have quite a few realtors and businessmen who make a fortune out of Hot Springs Village that might be a resource to tap into. They own property, they're trying to develop it. What better thing to help develop property if you've got a well-funded fire department? It would be in their best interest to support it. Maybe we should kind of steer towards that avenue before we
with the communities and the rental properties and stuff like that, if I'm not mistaken, we have 2, maybe 3 people that has the majority of the rental properties that pays all of their dues. The rest of them, and we won't mention names.
Yeah, I know, but just the
rest of
the
them
95% deal bothers me more than hearing that only 23% of their books. That 95 business owners, I just.
Just to put it out there, Walmart, they only pay the first year they put it in.
But I also know, I've been to school board meetings, maybe 1 or 2 weeks, school board meetings. The fire department is probably the biggest crowd I've had in 10 years.
10 years,
For some reason, our community is just not gelling. I don't know why that is. I mean, I've grown up here, I've raised a family here, I've seen what's happening. For quite a few years, everybody made a pretty good living. That's possibly good. Plenty of work up there. People were doing fairly decent. That didn't happen anymore. The major construction is over. Very few houses are being built, not there too many jobs. It's probably hurting a lot of people, which in turn are not paying their bills. One other thing I bet if we could find out that would probably shock a lot of people in the room is how many people in this community don't have homeowner insurance, period. I bet you there's more than 50%. So.
Well, the big problem with homeowners insurance is a lot of people out here are still on the old-fashioned fusion.
Well, there's all kinds of reasons.
And they
I built a new house and they wouldn't insure my house because it was on a dirt road. Crazy things like that. I've changed insurance companies 3 times since I built my home on Mill Creek Road. And not one of them was ever rescued by the fire department. The fire department ain't how far away it was from the fire hydrant. They had it.
Bob Alders required to ask.
Well,
yeah, that's one of the
well, you know, these days by laws, there's lots of things people are supposed to do, whether they do it. But anyway, that's who I am. I'm not gonna blow smoke up anybody's rear end if I got an opinion about something. I'm gonna express it because I think you need to know how I feel. But I'm not a lunatic with everything's got to be my way. It's kind of what I expressed about this tax thing. I'm not a great big proponent of it because I think right now it's just a scary time for everybody. It might actually cause more problems if there's other ways we can generate money. I don't know right now. I'm just saying.
If you were in that position, even though, like you said, you're not 100% supporting it, and the board says, let's go ahead and go for it, voted as far as however it's done, and, you know, they say go ahead and go for it. Are you going to support it at that point, or are you going to go against?
Well, as long as everybody, we know what we're getting, what we're doing, yeah. I've been on quite a few organizations and boards. One of the things that hurts more organizations I've ever seen is drama. Everybody's got their way, and if they don't, big fit throws, it breaks down churches, it breaks down military organizations, fire departments, schools. Everybody's got to have everything just the way they want it and the way they want it. I'm not going to do that, but if I'm not totally on board, I want to tell you why. You're going to know why. I'm going to be honest as I can. I'm pretty open-minded about things. I just heard about this a couple of weeks ago. One of the things that drew me in here. Would it hurt me? No, I'll pay mine. I just had this thing in my back of my head. I hate for somebody to tell me I have to do something. And I know a lot of people feel that's why we all live out in the country for one thing. If we didn't mind all that, we live in the village or live in town where it's all mandatory, but we don't.
But the path that started down is an optional fee that's added on here now, right? It's not.
Well, somebody said, you know, I understand it's kind of like the fee for that you can take $10 for animal welfare. It's optional. I don't know how well that's working, but I guarantee you, if your fire department was to do as was optional, probably not going to work very well, except for it might remind people that they have to pay. I understand that there was
I lived here 10 years and didn't know about it until last
last
Well,
year. Right, sorry, I bought property.
I saw that. I've been reading the FLFD community page. I've kind of gathered up a lot of ideas and thinking about stuff. How many people do move here and don't even have a clue?
Yeah, our insurance never asked about it. 600 feet, yes, from the fire hydrant, but or 600 yards.
But I really care about this community, or I wouldn't live here more than that. And I like to see it improve. Because we have some areas that are doing all right, but we've got a lot of areas that's going downhill fast. We've got drugs moving in this area. And we got to get a handle on that. We're going to be the bad side of town. And your property values are going to go down like a rock, no matter what the fire department's doing. So that's the general overview. This is who I am. And then I put my name on that piece of paper. I won't even know who I was. But
Thank you, Scott.
Thank you.
all right.
Appreciate it. Charles?
Well, I'm not gonna take as much time as he did. I'm gonna make mine short. I moved to this community about 3 years ago. I was born in Hot Springs. Moved to California in 1955, so I'm still a youngster. And my mom lives on Mill Creek. She passed away here a while back. And I've served on 3 boards. They were all veterans organizations. As president of one, finance officer of the other one. We did paperwork. I'm familiar with that. The only reason I stepped up, you guys said you needed some help with that part. I can do that. But other than that, I don't want to be a firefighter. I don't want to do any of that stuff. I'll be 78 this next year. And that's time for me to quit. That's all I got to say about it. That's short enough.
Thanks, sir.
Thank you.
Kenny?
I'll be about that short, if not shorter. I'm Kenny Calvert. I've been in this community for about 23 years now. Just shy of 19 years in the fire service with Hot Springs. I know how a fire department works, know how it should work. I'd be happy to work on it if y'all want me to. If you don't, that's somebody else's kind of town.
And I guess I've spoken up a little bit. We bought property up here 10 years ago. I don't have any experience in stuff like this. I'm willing to help in any way I can, whether this is it or some other way. I do think the the optional fees added to the tax roll, they just help people become educated about it because, like I said, we didn't know about it until we were up here enough to see the sign at Station 2. And we went to Caldwell's and paid last year, but we never got a bill this year, so we went to Caldwell's and paid again. But it would help if it was coming regularly to people and they knew to pay. But if this isn't the way to help, if y'all need other help, like I said, I'm a computer nerd by trade and can do whatever. I have more time these days. So.
I'm Stephen Harrington. I moved here in 2003, but actually I'm asked not considered to stay on the board. I just don't have the time to devote to it. I'm only here about half the meetings because of my work and everything, so take myself out of consideration for that.
Christina Farmer, she is actually on vacation. Her and her husband are down in Florida. She is our current secretary. Her and Chris moved from Mississippi. They were on the fire department there. She's very knowledgeable. Jason, anything you'd like to add? No, not accepted. And then Chalky.
I've been on board for 4 years. I've been in this community all my life. Somebody wants to, they can have my spot. It's work. You need to be here. You need to try to be here. Whoever does it needs to try to be here every meeting. And I'd like to see the membership go ahead and be put on the ballot myself and try to get it done.
And then the last board member up for re-election is Jessica Treat. She's been on it for 2 years now.
She was elected in to replace somebody who had actually left. She probably doesn't have enough time to do it because she is a RN now. She is oh, yeah. All right. That's nurse practitioner. She's trying to get her license for that. So she probably doesn't have time. Yes, we have to write 5 names down. And if y'all will write your 5 names down, and we will collect them, and we will have a short meeting in the office.
You'll just look it up on
Jason, can I make some speech now?
Yeah.
A lot of you may not know me, I'm not on all, I was chief for 12 years before this. And I was in the department, I've been since '83, I'm not real active now. But back when they started trying to start the North Dakota County Water District, everybody would come to those general membership meetings because of the water district. When the water district got in, the interest in the fire department left. And I've told people several times, the only time people in the community give a flip about the fire department is if their house is on fire or they think we'll be safe for a dollar. You know, this is your department. It's not just the firefighters, it's yours. And they're here to protect your property, to try to save lives, mainly save lives and protect property. But if the people don't support them, they don't have the tools they need to do it with. So the people need to get off their duffs and support the fire department. I mean, a wise man told me one time, you're either part of the solution or you're part of the problem. Not right, Earl. But that, you know, and I saw part of the stir on Facebook about this, the dudes and stuff, and I figured this building would be full. Well, where are they, you know? They're on Facebook complaining about it, but where are they now? So that's my feeling.
Come on down to Java's Motorcycle Repair on 3270 Auer Pike Road for anything you could need for your motorcycles, ATVs, side-by-sides, and scooters. Java's is open Tuesday through Saturday, 9 a.m. to 5 p.m.
I will mention that when we started the fire department in '77, we had a lot of meetings at the school, general meetings, trying to get everything organized. We had quite a good turnout. Of course, we had a bunch of ladies that have, chili suppers or different kinds of functions, and we had quite a bit of turnout at that time. But it didn't take long for this to happen.
Has everyone turned in their ballot? And Paul, that is Merle Curtis. He has been on the department since '76. Yeah, '77. He has been a firefighter, a first responder, a chief, a deputy chief, an assistant chief, a captain, a board member. He has pretty much been everything on the fire department since he's been on. He still actively fights fires. I have to watch it because my ankle will get on to me if he gets hurt. So he is probably one of the best known people in the community. I don't know too many people that does not know him.
We are going to tally the votes. There's tea, water, snacks.
One more little thing I'd like to add about, I was going to say about the putting the dues attached to our tax statement, property tax statement. For the last 5 years, myself and my son have been racing motorcycles. A big part of racing involves fundraising. It's an expensive thing to get into. So we've learned a lot about how to raise money. So I'm hoping I can bring some of that with me
My concern about attaching it to the property tax at this point, one of the things you gotta do, you gotta sell the people that it's a good idea. I don't think we've had enough time to do that yet. I'm afraid if you ever try it once and it's unsuccessful, you'll never be able to get it done again. So I wanted to be sure everybody understood where I felt about that. It's probably okay to do if we know we can accomplish it, when we've sold it to the public and know it's a good idea. If they just think it's another form of tax, a lot of people just absolutely don't understand anything. They're not going to be for it. So that's where I'm at on that. You know, I don't know if we're going to do it, we got to do it right.
We started talking about this in November, as far as putting it on the petition and getting it signed into where you're tax, when you pay your property tax, you pay your $50 per pound lake, you pay your dues then. We have went around and we have, not only have we told them that if you pay your membership dues, not only does it get us the monies to buy the tools and the equipment that we need, it will help purchase new trucks, equipment, etc. We would be able eventually be able to put a couple of people as maintenance on the stations. It would lower our response times, which would in turn, with all the equipment that's on the trucks and lowering our response times, it will lower your ISO ratings.
I think most of us get that, but most of those people that get that don't have any problem paying. It's the ones that we don't have that we need to get to. And I don't know how to, right now I'm not sure how to do that.
The only way to be able to get to the people that we can't bill, period, is through social media. We've been doing it since November. We've raised a couple.
Well, yeah, but I mean,
arguments.
I see a lot of social media, but how do we get them to get on board with it?
The only way we can get them to get on board with it is to come to the meetings, and nobody wants to come. The community is supposedly so tight-knit, and they want to help everybody in the community, but you only get a few people to show up.
Yeah, I know, but so we got to work on that somehow. I'm not sure yet. Like I said, but I got some ideas I can throw around. If we're going to go ahead with the try to get on the ballot, I'm just kind of new to the game, so I'll have to go over here rest deciding. I just want to be sure it's successful if we do it.
What did like Hamilton buy their election?
I don't think they had any problems with their election at all.
Morning Star got their signature.
Yeah, easy.
Now that I don't have an opinion, if you put it on there, I'll collect it. If you don't, I won't, because I'm the one that gets screamed and hollered at all day long. And you're right. I will have a ton of people screaming and hollering all day long. But the flip side of that, I live out here, and my insurance goes sky high every year. It went up $200 last year, and I haven't had a claim on my house.
I've never had a claim either. Mine was up.
It goes up
I
every
just
year.
go up. There's a hurricane in Florida, my insurance.
Fire department, it just goes up. You know, they had a big hurricane down in Texas. So, everybody's insurance is gonna go up all over the place. But if we can get the ISO ratings down by more money, maybe we would slow that going up down, and maybe it would reverse it just a little bit with these people. But I learned today in calling businesses and telling them, you know what, you're delinquent with your taxes for the 15 and 16. We put them in the newspaper and they don't care. Nobody reads the newspaper. I told you today, you got till June 25th, and I'm putting you on Facebook that you have to pay. If you take your businesses and on that community page, and here's all the businesses in the Mountain Lake area, and these are the ones, and put a and right beside them, these businesses have paid and don't put anything by the other ones. You might get some people to come in and pay.
If you're looking for help with real estate, you're looking for Mark McFarland with Rick's Realty. Commercial, residential, buying, selling. Call Mark. Check out his Facebook page.
The other thing with our membership, if nobody
You say they didn't pay, you just told everybody who did pay. What's the point of these businesses that pay the Mountain Lake Fire Department dues?
We could sell shirts that just have the 5 names.
Well, it's a fine line, really. I'm with you on that. You don't want to become, well, you don't want to become
Public knowledge, right?
help them.
Yeah, we published it in the newspaper. By law, I have to publish that in the newspaper.
So if somebody posts on Facebook,
Actually, the state law is going to where we're getting away from putting it in the newspaper and putting it on websites. And if you can find it on the website, you can put it on there. And on top of that, it's all out there. You can go to my website anytime you want to, pull that stuff up, and you can put it out there on the website. They do it in all the other counties, why should you put it here in Garland County? I mean, why should you pay your business and you not pay yours? Why should you support your school district and you not support yours? And, I mean, we call those, you know, and some of the big businesses, there's a pizza place downtown that hasn't paid 2 years, and they're very well known right now, and they're getting all sorts of awards for best pizza around the state. But yet they can't pay, you know, $50 a year on that. That's not fair. Yeah.
Right,
Because the one next door to it pays every year on that.
You know, finish what you're saying.
Well, the fine line there is not becoming, I don't know how to say it, but you don't want the Fountain Lake Fire Department, the one that's putting all these people's name in the paper.
No, you just
You
tell
wanna
them you did pay.
somehow come up with a way to bring these people around in a positive way. Because you gotta really be careful. I've seen it too many times trying to raise money for raising. You know, you gotta, and it can be done. It can be done. It'll take some work, but
one of our issues with trying to do fundraisers or cook-offs or anything to actually raise money, we've done car washes too. 28 people in the department, you might get 5 or 6 to 7 people to come up there and do car washes. Our problem with doing the fundraisers is we, as the firefighters, don't have the time to do it. Between our personal lives, our work, training, answering calls, working on the vehicles in the stations, we don't have much personal life time or time to just go around and collect signatures. For instance, the first day we started collecting signatures, I drove around for 5.5 hours. I drove from Goose Pond Road to Hillbell Garden. I got 19 signatures. The people that I know, because I live on that end, would either not answer the door, or they said no, they didn't want to sign it, and wouldn't give a reason why. And I'm telling you, if you sign the petition and you pay your $50, in the long run, and yes, it may take a couple of years before it works out right, but your personal insurance, your homeowner's insurance, will drop enough to more than pay the $50. Yeah. So you wouldn't be losing anything.
it's hard to sell that to people. I was on, when we tried to get the water system in, I went door to door with the sign-up sheet. I got cussed out. I got called on. Heard some of the most ridiculous things about the water district. But we finally got it done. So I understand that. And it's, you think people would have educated themselves about it. It's just amazes me when you go to door to door, the things you'll run into and the things you'll hear.
You make a video. 2 or 3 people.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't do it by myself again now like I did years ago. I really wouldn't. There's some shady characters.
So we have tallied the votes, and the new 5 are Scott, Kenny, Christina, Chalky, and Donna.
Yeah.
Now, working hand in hand with the water company, fire department, water, have we thought about, if this doesn't go through with putting it on the property taxes, have we thought about talking to the water company to see if they would put a reminder on their bill, have you paid your fire dues, or if, because some people may have a hard time coming up with $50. I know when I was a kid growing up, I'm the oldest of 6, one parent was working, not a lot of money. $50 was a lot of money, you know, back in the 70s. But if there was a way that people could make like a $10 payment every month through their water bill.
Was their secretary going to keep up with that?
Let's leave the water company out. There's a lot of hard
You
business.
can't do that on, you can't do that on your taxes.
You can make payments on it. You can?
Yeah, you can come in and pay me $5 a day, $2 a week,
I'll
whatever.
just write a check. Get it over with. I don't want to have to remember it again next month. I'll just write that check. Get it
But for
over
the
with.
people that can't afford to do that, the whole
Do
pay
it that way.
allotment.
I
Ours
break
is
the rules all the time on that.
Well, maybe they don't know that they can do that.
It's on the back
Ours
of the
is
tax bill.
$2 a month.
Well, I mean, for our dues.
$4 a month. If you make $4 a month for the fire department.
If you need help with a tree, you need CD's Trees. Tree trimming, tree removal, cabling, bracing, lightning protection, and land clearing. These guys are local and these guys are good. Check out their Facebook page, CD's Trees.
It's almost 14 cents a day, you break it down per day, it's like almost 14 cents a day.
Well, the problem that people have though, it's all the other stuff.
So
that goes-
you've got to add to that.
Yeah, it seems like, oh yeah, $50 is cheap, and it is. There's no doubt. I can't believe all these years we're still at $50.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So
But people got all the other bills that are going up that they're having a hard time keeping up with.
Electric bills went down.
So
Well,
I
so,
will
you
make,
know,
I will make a motion that we adjourn our board meeting so that way we can get to our general membership meeting to discuss issues like this.
Yeah. All right.
Let's do it.
Jason?
We voted on
That's fine. See, we'll take a 5-minute recess and then we'll come back if you want to get drinks, and then we'll have our general membership meeting and we can get back to discussing adding it to the tax form. We really, after the meeting, just wanted to sit down. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask. It's kind of a open book.
I would like to just go ahead one more time. What the plan is right now, because people will start asking me, and I don't want to say, well, I don't really know. Your intentions right now, I'd like to be sure.
Our intentions right now are to try and collect enough signatures to get it put on the tax.
And it's optional.
And it is optional, that is correct.
The optional.
That is correct. You can opt out still of paying your fire dues.
Okay, so that's the plan right now.
How many signatures do you need?
Roughly 1,200.
How many do you have?
100 maybe?
Okay.
Do they, well, what if they own property here, but they're out of state?
If you own property and you're a registered voter in Garland County, in Fountain Lake Fire District, you can sign our petition.
That's what I was about to ask, like, what's it clear, like, can you explain to us, like, who is actually responsible or included in the Fountain Lake Community Fire Department? Who's in range of that? You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of like,
So we have,
what is the area that needs to actually,
so we actually have a map over here on the wall.
okay, that's the green?
Yes, the green, that is Fountain Lake Fire District. And again, you must be a registered voter in Garland County. Do what?
The top grade, so not the bottom.
Yeah, I'm sorry, the top map, not the bottom map. You must be a registered voter in Garland County and live within our fire district, are the only two restrictions.
It'll be Fountain Lake School District, basically. No, that's, I forgot that.
Right.
School District.
If your address is in question and you pass a station, so we have a meeting every Tuesday night here at 7 o'clock. We collect signatures then as well. If your address is in question, please stop by, send myself, send somebody on the fire department a message and ask if your address is in district, and we will tell you if you are in our fire district or not.
And they are taking signatures tonight.
Correct, and they are taking signatures again tonight during our monthly meeting. Any other questions?
Are we going out, like, setting up at Walmart or at the station?
If we can get enough volunteers, to actually help and do that, whether it's an hour, 2 hours, yes. Right now, the problem, I mean, since we started, the trouble we have is getting volunteers to do that. We have the same 4 or 5 people that do a lot of everything. So it's getting enough volunteers or even community members that, hey, we have an extra 3 hours on Saturday. We will gladly tell you what we need, help you set up, and say, hey, go. If you want to go sit at Walmart for us, we'll tell you the restriction as far as who can sign the petition, who can't. I mean, they're a registered voter and live within our fire district. Those are the standards.
Now, I know on the 16th, we're waiting to get approval from Walmart, but on the 16th, it's a Saturday morning, we will have a table up at Walmart that morning. I don't know how long we'll be there, but there will be a table there with petitions to sign and also a booth for donations. And people can pay their dues there as well.
But that's something y'all need to post on Family Community page as well.
And that's correct. So it's on dates such as that, we do try and post on the community page. And that's also, if you're not part of that community page or follow the Fountain Lake Firefighter or Fountain Lake Fire Department on Facebook, please do, because we post stuff like that. Feel free to share that as many times as you want, because that helps us as well. I will tell you, we've set up tables ever since we really started collecting signatures. The first night we got maybe 2 or 3 people that passed by the station. After that, I would say the last 3 weeks of just collecting signatures on our regular Tuesday night meeting, we've had none. So again, it's getting the community involved. And you know, really, we need your guys' help to make our department better, so in turn we can make the community better.
You have a good relationship with the community page administrators, I'm thinking. And I think, I'm not a most tech-savvy person, but I think there's a way that you can, if they were willing to do it for a while, is keep you guys, Family Fire Department, post on top or up front all the time. They don't get lost in the lost dogs and who wants to know what's going on Highway 128. Pretty soon you're way down here again.
If they're willing to pin it to the top of the page.
Well, if
somebody
the administrators will do that for a while, to get you on the tongue, I think that'd be a really good thing. Every time somebody pulls up the community page, there's a man like Fire Fire over there.
Right, I totally agree.
If that's
Yes, Alan.
I was going to kind of give a rough estimate of where the fire department boundaries are. If you live south of Hot Springs Village, west of the Garden County line on Highway 5, and on Mill Creek it goes to Scott's last house in the Fountain Lake District. Yeah, just past Deer Park. Actually goes up on the mountain past Deer Park. Then on Highway 128, we go to about the 2300 block. 128, everything this side of the 2300 block is Fountain Lake.
Bill's Trail.
To the city limits on Highway Park Avenue.
About a half mile past UBSA.
And just as an FYI, Hot Springs Village is excluded from our district. So anyone who lives within Hot Springs Village, those signatures do not count for us.
Doesn't mean the address. It means the physical Hot Springs Village.
Correct. Are there any other questions? If that is everything, you're free to go. I don't have anything. Jason, do you have anything else?
Thank y'all.
We want to thank you all for coming tonight. This is the largest turnout that we've had in the longest time. So thank you guys for showing up.